Look, I'm not here to tell you robots are coming for your job tomorrow, but I'm also not going to sugarcoat what's happening right now.
AI is very intelligent, and when you put it in robotic form, it can do a lot of both blue-collar and white-collar jobs.
Is actually going to be built by AI engineers instead of people.
To the team that's going to get replaced by AI.
Oh, yeah. Agents.
Phrase, you call it
different AI
a bunch
agents.
of business.
I'm a lawyer.
Copywriter.
Doctor. Music producer.
Personal trainer. Software engineer.
There's no way AI can do my job.
The numbers don't lie. McKinsey Global Institute shows 30% of work hours could be automated by 2030. The World Economic Forum projects 85 million jobs displaced in the next few years, but also 97 million new roles emerging. It's like being told, I have good news and bad news. The bad news is your house is being demolished. The good news is we're building you a different one. Somewhere. Now, I hear it all the time. I've missed the AI boat. Or, that's just for tech people. Right, and electricity is just for electrical engineers. This isn't about technical expertise, it's about adaptation strategy, and anyone can learn that. For the past 7 years in IT security, I've had a front row seat to this revolution. I've seen which adaptation strategies actually work, and which ones are just wishful thinking from gurus whose closest experience with real AI implementation was asking ChatGPT for dinner recipes. This isn't another prompt engineering tutorial where I'll tell you the magic words to make AI do your homework. This is a practical strategy regardless of your technical background. Whether you're a doctor who can't read their own handwriting, a financial analyst drowning in spreadsheets, or a creative director staring at a blank page, these principles apply to you. This video is just the beginning. I'm creating an entire series diving deeper into each concept, but today's overview gives you the framework to start taking action immediately. Let's cut through the hype and get to what actually works. Your brain processes information at a surprisingly slow rate, about 10 bits per second for most cognitive tasks. That's roughly the same processing power as a 1980s pocket calculator, but with the added ability to crave pizza at midnight. Meanwhile, AI systems are transforming industries in real time. In healthcare, AI systems are now matching or exceeding radiologists in detecting lung cancer with 94.4% accuracy compared to 91% for human specialists. The AI didn't go to medical school, doesn't have student loans, and never needs coffee breaks. It just looked at thousands of scans and said, "Got it, I'm good." In finance, JP Morgan's coin system does in seconds what took lawyers 360,000 hours annually reviewing commercial loan agreements. That's not eliminating a few tasks. That's making an entire department look at each other like the last dinosaurs watching the meteor hit. Even creative fields aren't immune. OpenAI new image generation tools create professional quality images from text prompts that rival human designers. But AI can't understand emotion, says the designer, whose most emotional moment lately was realizing their job now largely involves typing prompts and choosing between options 1, 2, or 3. Oh, I forgot the fourth. What makes this revolution different? The pace. The Industrial Revolution gave your great-great-grandparents time to adjust. The Digital Revolution gave your parents a decade. AI capabilities are doubling every 6 to 12 months, which is coincidentally about how long most companies take to schedule a meeting about whether they should start thinking about AI. Let's demolish some myths. AI only works for simple tasks. Sure, and the internet is just for email. AI outperformed human neuroscientists in predicting experimental outcomes with 81% accuracy versus humans' 63%. The AI didn't even need to worry about publish or perish pressure or whether it was getting enough citations. AI can't handle nuance. This is becoming the "I could totally beat Mike Tyson" of tech opinions. While humans still lead in contextual understanding, the gap is narrowing faster than your retirement savings during inflation. Only tech industries are being impacted, right? And only swimmers get wet during a tsunami. AI will affect virtually every sector. Healthcare, 45% of tasks. Manufacturing, 44%. Transportation, 40%. And yes, even those creative fields where you thought your artsy degree made you automation-proof. The professionals winning this game aren't the coding wizards. They're the strategically adaptive ones, the people who realized resistance is as futile as trying to keep track of all the streaming services you've subscribed to. The question isn't whether AI will change your field, it's whether you'll be surfing this wave or be the professional equivalent of a flip phone in an iPhone world. Despite the doom and gloom, AI has serious limitations that aren't going away anytime soon. Today's AI is built on transformer models using next word prediction. It's basically a system designed to predict what comes next based on patterns it's seen before. It's like that friend who's read every parenting book but has never changed a diaper, full of advice until a real baby starts crying. Your uniquely human superpowers. Emotional intelligence. Understanding not just what people say, but what they mean. A Johns Hopkins study found patients were 34% more likely to adhere to treatment plans when they felt emotionally connected to their provider. No AI diagnostic tool has ever made a patient feel truly understood, though to be fair, some doctors haven't either. Contextual understanding. Your intuitive grasp of situations that AI lacks. A construction manager instantly knows when a proposed schedule doesn't account for winter conditions in Minnesota. An experienced teacher immediately recognizes when a lesson plan won't work with real 8-year-olds after lunch. Ethical reasoning. Making complex value judgments that balance competing priorities. The AI was like that kid who didn't technically break any rules but still managed to ruin the game for everyone. Creative innovation. That flash of insight that comes in the shower, AI doesn't shower. Though to be fair, neither do some developers I know. AI can generate variations on existing patterns, but it can't have an epiphany while shampooing. The sweet spot is finding where your human skills intersect with AI capabilities to create maximum value. In healthcare, radiologists use AI as a second opinion while focusing on integrated patient care. In finance, relationship managers use AI for data analysis while deepening client connections. In marketing, creative directors use AI to generate concepts while applying their human understanding of cultural nuance and whether a slogan might accidentally mean something obscene in another language. You're not being replaced, you're getting superpowers. It's like complaining about getting a jetpack because you used to enjoy walking. Sure, walking was fine, but have you tried flying? Success with AI doesn't depend on technical expertise nearly as much as clear communication and deep domain knowledge. People get oddly superstitious around AI, like they're performing some arcane ritual. If I don't say the magic words in the right order, the AI genie will twist my wishes into a monkey's paw scenario. But effective AI communication isn't about discovering secret incantations, it's about clarity, context, and iterative refinement. Be explicit about your objectives. Write me something about marketing is like walking into a restaurant and saying, "Give me food." Don't be surprised when you get the AI equivalent of a mystery meat sandwich that tastes vaguely of every cuisine at once. Instead, specify your goals, audience, format, and constraints. Provide relevant background information and iterate on initial outputs. It's a conversation, not a vending machine interaction. But here's the critical part. You need robust evaluation skills because AI will confidently make stuff up while sounding utterly convincing. Use this simple framework for evaluating AI outputs. 1. Factual accuracy. Verify key facts against trusted sources. 2. Logical consistency. Check if the arguments make sense. 3. Completeness. Ensure important aspects aren't omitted. 4th. Bias detection. Look for slanted language or perspectives. 5. Practicality test. Ask, would this work in the real world? The value of deep subject matter knowledge isn't decreasing, it's skyrocketing. The developers thriving with AI aren't just prompt engineers, they're the ones who deeply understand data structures and system architecture. The marketers leveraging AI effectively are those who understand consumer psychology and brand positioning, not just how to ask for viral content that resonates with Gen Z. I've noticed something fascinating. The people struggling most with AI are often those who were just keeping up before, following prescribed processes without really understanding why they work. AI exposes those knowledge gaps like a UV light in a hotel room. Think of it like a buddy cop movie. AI is the by-the-book partner with photographic memory and lightning-fast calculations. You're the streetwise detective who knows the neighborhood, reads between the lines, and has hunches that turn out to be right. Separately, pretty good. Together, unstoppable. Coming soon to a workplace near you. If skill development was about capability, this section is about implementation. Creating sustainable workflows that deliver results is where the magic happens. Start by mapping your current workflow. What tasks are repetitive? What requires nuanced judgment? I worked with a legal team that spent 70% of their time on document review and only 30% on strategic counseling, essentially using their expensive law degrees to play the world's worst version of spot the difference. By integrating AI for initial document analysis, they flipped that ratio entirely within 3 months. The key is establishing clear handoffs. AI handles the data-heavy lifting. Humans manage the meaning-making. It's like having a research assistant who works at superhuman speed but needs you to tell them what actually matters. One major pitfall, tool fatigue. There's always some shiny new AI toy promising to revolutionize everything, but constantly switching tools has serious diminishing returns. It's like trying to get in shape by buying every fitness gadget from Temu instead of actually working out consistently with the basics. When evaluating new tools, ask yourself, does this solve a specific, significant problem? Will it integrate with my existing systems? Is the learning curve justified by the benefits? Is it likely to be supported long-term? Don't ignore security and privacy. Dear AI, please help me analyze this very private financial information that I technically swore I would keep confidential. Don't tell anyone except maybe the entire internet during your next training cycle. Always maintain oversight of AI-generated outputs. Think of yourself as the orchestra conductor, not a replaced musician. You're still in charge of the performance. You've just got some fancy new instruments that can play themselves while you focus on the overall composition. The pace of AI advancement is only accelerating. What seems cutting edge now might be basic in 6 months. Develop a focused monitoring system. Follow 2 to 3 industry leaders who reliably separate AI fact from fiction. Track specific applications relevant to your work. Identify early signals of role transformation. Prepare through scenario planning. What if generative AI becomes 5 times more capable? What if specialized AI emerges for your industry? What if regulations change dramatically? Map branching career paths based on these scenarios. It's like creating a choose-your-own-adventure book for your career. We call it Odyssey planning, except all the endings should be better than eaten by a grue. Build optionality through a career portfolio approach, diversifying your professional assets like financial investments. No rational investor puts all their money in a single stock, so why would you bet your entire career on a single skill that might be automated? Your professional network becomes even more valuable. Create reciprocal learning networks, mutually beneficial knowledge exchanges that keep everyone ahead of the curve. In my field, a small group of security professionals meets monthly to share AI use cases and breakthroughs. That group has become more valuable than any formal training program, and we occasionally even remember to bring snacks. As AI enables greater productivity, redefine success beyond output or efficiency. A creative director initially measured AI success by how many more concepts her team could generate, leading to quantity over quality and burnout. She shifted to measuring how AI allowed more time for deep creative thinking and client relationships, the truly human aspects that brought fulfillment. Establish healthy boundaries. Just because AI enables 24/7 productivity doesn't mean you should work 24/7. I learned this after a 3-week stretch of AI-powered overwork that ended with me falling asleep standing up during a client presentation. Not my finest moment. Start with these actions in the next 30 days. 1. Identify tasks in your workflow that could benefit from AI. 2. Implement one AI tool in a low-risk part of your workflow. 3. Practice prompt crafting and output evaluation. 4. Establish your monitoring system and find a community for ongoing learning. In my upcoming videos, I'll dive deeper into each area, starting with how to identify tasks in your workflow that could benefit from AI next week. The professionals who will thrive aren't those who know the most about AI technology. They're the ones who leverage AI strategically while doubling down on their uniquely human capabilities. Don't try to compete with AI on its terms. That's like challenging a calculator to a math competition. Evolve on human terms, using AI as your amplifier. AI isn't the end of your career story. It's just a plot twist that makes it more interesting. Now go build your future. And remember, the future is now.